Hello Internet. We are now recording for, I want to say, episode 7 of Enter the Dungeon Out of the Abyss. Being joined with my two normal players, who I assume are kind of normal in their own way.
Well, there is nothing normal about me.
No, quite. Who wants to give a recap of what happened last time?
Well, we managed to finally escape the time loop of terror that we got ourselves into. And yeah, I have no idea where we actually are now. We just ended the time loop, and there was a sort of flash of light, and we disappeared into the ether. But we are now going to reappear elsewhere.
Was it not that I pulled the crystal out and we were just stood there?
You did.
Looking at the crystal, yeah.
Yeah, you guys didn't disappear this time.
No.
Oh.
No,
unless that's how you want to interpret the time in between sessions. Your characters just disappear and reappear weeks later.
The void.
But, okay, so when we last left off, yeah, you guys had just pulled a mysterious gemstone out of a machine and stopped the looping.
Indeed.
And as a reminder, you're in the top part of a stalactite tower with your comrades at the level beneath you.
I do recall.
Alright. So it seems that we just stood there. Well, I'm fingering this gem in my hand, so I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach back, I'm going to pull my bag off my back, plop it down in front of me, pop the gem inside, rolled up in a handkerchief, of course. You know, so one of the magic handkerchiefs, so it's a really, really long string, and I've rolled it up in each of the really long ones.
And so that when you show people later on, you could very slowly unravel it.
Yeah.
Quarter by quarter, and then...
Yeah. Maybe you can play pass the parcel and all of that.
Yes.
Yeah. That sort of a unraveling.
Although I remember being in this tower, I do not actually remember what was in the tower. So, what's in the tower, Dungeon Master?
Just that magical contraption from last time.
Oh, right.
So as a reminder, basically, it was like a table with a clock on it that was moving backwards rapidly. And then above it, there was, a series of sort of overlapping circles that were rotating around, but those disappeared. So now there's just the clock face.
And I'm assuming all of that has stopped working now that Jake has pocketed the gem.
Yep.
Well, with that in mind, I turn to Fan and I say, well, let's head back down the stairs, shall we?
That would seem to make sense.
So I'm going to put my feet on the rickety ladder. I assume it's rickety. It's probably not. I descend.
All ladders are rickety.
They're all rickety. Yeah. I descend the rickety long ladder of lustation, and I hop off the bottom. Just the last one, so it looks kind of cool, but it's also fairly safe.
Yeah.
You know,
don't want to break your leg in this sort of environment.
No.
I follow, and the ladder shakes noticeably more because Farron's unbalanced, as we all know, both mentally and physically.
I hope Farron has a higher dex score than Jake.
I've got 13. Well, what have you got, Jake?
Oh, don't we have the same? Let me have a look.
Okay.
Oh, I've got 12.
Oh, right.
Same plus modifier.
Ooh.
But,
Same. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, you guys go back down, and Seth, he's cleaning off his blade, and he's looking down at the priestess that you all killed. So, what did you find in her upper chambers?
We found a clock, and I touched it, and it stopped working. Yeah, and I kind of nudge Farron there to kind of not say anything.
Farron says, "I."
Yeah.
You broke a clock.
Yep.
I get to a surface dweller, that might not be a big deal, but since we don't really have the sun to keep track of time down here, those things are kind of important.
I was being clumsy. I apologize.
Yeah, it was definitely Farron's fault. I
Aye.
kind of slap Farron on the ass and say, don't do that again.
Farron looks momentarily bewildered.
Then again, we're on the move anyway, so maybe we'll just be doing another blow to this operation by destroying their timepiece.
Quite right.
I mean, it's not like we could have been carrying around a grandfather clock with us, right?
Oh yeah, that's very repressed. A grandmother clock, thank you. It was a grandmother clock.
There's
There's
a distinction to be made here between a grandfather clock and a grandmother clock.
Yeah, the grandmother clock is it's nothing to do with anything. It's just slightly smaller.
The grandmother clock
that's not
doesn't
a comment
go to
on
sleep
anything.
in an armchair.
Yeah.
You know what? Can we say that during Jake's magical studies, like at the Bard University or whatever, like some ventriloquist type was speaking like through a clock, and that's made him think that like some clocks are actually alive.
Jake Hector's academic scarring
Quite right.
brought to the surface.
Yeah.
Right. I think we get out of here. And
Yes, Torpedo says, yes, I say we regroup with Stool and then get far away from this place.
Quite right.
Baron shudders at the last seeing Stool and what he was doing to someone's body.
So, with that in mind, Dungeon Master, if I point the light at myself, I blind myself. I'm not going to do that. No, it's still, as you can see, just see my tits if I do that. When we leave the tower, what does the path look like? Is there only a route towards this tower, or is there a route in another direction? So do we have to go back towards the prison cell and take that other route we found before, or is there
yes, you could backtrack the way you came, or if you keep going the other way, it leads further into this into the cave system where there's probably more drow.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to regroup with Stool anyway, so we'd probably have to head back to the cell as it is. But I don't think we should go further than that and find some more drow just yet, because there's probably hordes of them.
All right, let's go. Regroup with Stool.
Regroup with Fungi Boy.
Fungi Boy.
Yep. Yeah, so if you go back over to the prison cell, in character, it's probably only been a few minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd probably be about right.
So yeah, he and so I want to reiterate that for the most part, Stool has only ever been talking through that tentacle, but it was starting in last session, he started talking through this drow's mouth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And so at this point, he's like started to incorporate himself almost like fully onto the back of this thing, and the drow body is standing up a little bit. It's still pretty slow going, and says to you in the drow's voice, welcome back. I take it you took care of what you need to take care of.
Excuse me while I go vomit. Then I vomit off the into the spider's pit.
Yeah, don't fall off. There's no reason.
Farron says, I kind of uncertainly and also with a hint of disgust based on what he's seeing.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
don't be alarmed.
Pleasure.
This is very natural for my species to incorporate parts of fallen enemies.
Yes. Oh, that's fine. I'm just not used to seeing it, pal.
No.
Yeah. I mean, where'd you think I got the tentacle?
Farron looks aghast and his mind races with all sorts of possibilities.
Exactly. Yeah. That's a very good point you raised there, Stool. With that in mind, shall we get the blathering hell out of here?
Yes.
That would be the same happen.
Indeed.
And Jimjar, he takes out a rolled out scroll. So while you guys were doing the easy part of pushing that old woman around, I put myself into danger to procure us this map of the Underdark.
Thank you, fine fellow.
That'll be.
Would you mind awfully if Farron and I peer over it with you?
Yes, and they open it up down there in the cell, and he starts pointing out to some nearby things. See this body of water to the northwest of us?
Yes.
Right.
That's the Dark Lake.
That does not sound like a fun place.
It's not, but if we can get ourselves a boat, it'll be the fastest way to travel around this area.
I see.
Will it be the safest?
And Bopito, he points at a city towards the west of the lake, and he says, "That's my hometown of Gracklastug."
Ah, lovely. So if anyone knows the way out of this delightful underground warehouse of death, then perhaps there would be the solution.
I think
And
heading to
Stool
a safe
points.
city.
And Stool points its tentacle at an area north of Gracklastug and says, "Ah, yes, and that's my home of the Neverlight Grove. That's where the Central Intelligence lays."
Central Intelligence.
Would you? Awfully, yes. We know exactly what that is, but it would be wonderful for those of us who don't hear if you explained.
Well, that's the home of my fellow fungi, brethren and sisterin, and other relatives, I suppose. While there, we can all join together to share in our understanding.
Our understanding of
Each other and everything we know. So I will be adding my experiences here to the collection.
So it's kind of like a town hall or a communal area.
Yeah, it's a town hall for brains, where they all become one brain.
Central nervous system of the Underdark.
Yes, the central nervous system. That's a good way to think of it.
You know what? I think that's a wonderful offer. Thank you, Stool. But at this moment, my focus would be on procuring a ride out of this dark pit of deep despair.
Yes. And Seraph says, well, for that, the best option would be to go to the Kuotoa town of Slopledop. About an 8-day trek from here.
Oh, no. You remember, Farron, when we set out this morning, or yesterday, whenever we set out, I can't
Time is
remember.
weird down here, I remember.
It's very weird down here. We a little quick trek up into the mountains.
We did.
To solve a little elvish problem. Now, it's an 8-day trek to get out. I hope they give us a hazard pay for this.
Me too. That's quite a trek. Probably goes to show just how big and expansive the Underdark is.
Yes.
Yes. And Jimdur says, well, if you're looking to get back to the surface, suppose we could eventually make our way to Blingdenstone.
Is that on the way?
Yes.
That's originally.
All right.
I think we head to Lindenstone and see what's going down.
Yes.
I think
or up.
Probably
see what's going up.
Yes. So you guys want to first procure a boat?
Let us go find a boat.
Boat it is.
Well, then first stop is going to be Slubdul.
Slubdul.
Yeah, I don't think whoever wrote these down cared much about dungeon masters being able to pronounce them.
No, I have a feeling actually that whoever wrote these settlements comes from a post-Soviet era country, and is using Soviet settlement names that have since fallen into dereliction.
Little fun facts.
D&D.
Little fun fact: my girlfriend's from Slovenia, which is
right.
It's not ex-Soviet, but it's definitely ex-communist.
Yeah, it's around that area.
Yeah. Yes. So we're going to this Slop.
Yes.
Slop.
Let's just call it Slop.
So yeah, but so here's the thing. Sarah says,
yes,
this is your first time in the Underdark.
Very much. It's not a place I've had the pleasure of gracing before.
Well, that's one way of putting it, but this place, it can be beautiful, but also extremely dangerous to the body as well as to the mind.
Right.
I don't take it.
Yes. This is where the prime material plane intersects with the abyssal plane. As such, all sorts of madness can seep through.
Right.
Oh, crap. I've heard of the abyssal plane before, and whatever that is, it terrifies me.
Yep, it is. It is a very dark and unique place, the abyssal plane, because it's a plane that is also an abyss.
It's more of the psychological torment I've heard about. I can deal with monsters, but madness. I don't know whether I'm ready for that sort of extreme adventure, but we'll see.
Yep. Well, then, we should probably make haste then before, they realize that we've just killed the priestess.
Yes, no, that would be very much a favourable decision to make.
And Stool says, well, here's the good news. Since I've taken the body of one of the guards, I might be able to escort you out of here.
Right.
That's true.
If Seraph wears a disguise, then perhaps you could pretend to be another guard.
Yes.
Hopefully, we'll be able to slip on past them without no one noticing.
Aye.
Well, actually, that said, I can, as long as we get out under an hour, because that's as long as the spell lasts. It's takes a moment to set up. But once the spell is going, it lasts about an hour before it fades into nothingness. As long as we get out within an hour, I can make myself look like a drow.
Okay.
That could work.
Be good.
The most I could probably do is attempt to disguise myself as a giant spider. So I've got all 8 legs of those bastards. But I don't think, with the best will in the world, that that's going to work.
No, perhaps not. You know what? Okay. I might stick to disguising myself.
Yeah. So, Jake, you want to cast Disguise Self then? Yes.
Very much do.
And Seraph looks at you and says, so Seraph looks at you and he goes over to put on one of the uniforms from one of the guards that you killed. Wait, actually, no, you pushed both those guards off the pit.
I think we did.
So he probably was able to pick, he was probably able to pick up a guard uniform from the barracks.
Yeah.
And he puts on something he puts on a helmet to cover his face. Well, Mr. Actor, after you.
Quite right. How does a drow talk? Is it posh? Is it not posh?
How about you just say as little as possible? Let's go with that.
Sure. I can manly grunt.
Yeah, I imagine the drow would be pretty gruff, being the Underdark. I'm pretty sure everything talks pretty gruffly. Aggression is everything.
Oh, that's my range of
a drow villager. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yep, you're able to lead the way across the stone bridge to the other guard tower, and some of the guards halt. Hey, well, what's going on here? Is this a person or transfer?
I nod slowly.
I see you got the dwarf, the gambler, and the bounty hunter.
I nod slightly quicker, but still slowly.
So I'm guessing that the trader and the mushroom guy are staying behind?
I give a single nod.
What about that actor fellow? What happened to him?
Farm pretends to cry.
Look at Seraphim.
Yeah, Seraph punches you.
Oh.
Farron, to make it look, to make the prisoner transport thing look believable.
My best performance
sort of growls
of a
at you
drow.
silently.
Yeah. In my best performance as a drow, I'm going to roll for it. I say, he fell off the bridge.
Yeah, go ahead and make a performance or a deception check, either one.
I did actually forget that Jake Axel can speak. Can he speak Drow? I'm fairly sure.
It's a dialect of Elven.
Oh right, okay.
13 total.
13 total.
Not the best roll I've ever done.
I'm gonna say that with with Farron's performance and with that'll count as him helping you.
Yeah. Oh, does that mean I can do a...
Yeah.
9 adds 9, 18.
That is a good roll. This will work. This will work.
Yeah, and he looks at you and says, I get it. You lost the valuable one, so the priestess is just having the bounty hunter sold off.
I nod again.
Farron looks worried. Or pretends to look worried.
So, where are they going to exactly?
To be sold off.
Yeah, but where?
The selling place.
I
kind of look at Seraph or Stool. Stool is incorporated at this point. There to for help.
Well, you were given, several locations in the Underdark if you want to try to shoot for any of those.
The city.
Which one?
I do remember in character, don't I?
Yes, but just
Farron says to hurry the party along. I need a shit for crying out loud. Can we hurry along?
Look, we just need to mark where they're being sent off to. Oh, I get it. Yeah.
Farron shifts from side to side.
Sloop them up. You're having them sent off there?
Yes.
Well, good luck transferring them, but that makes sense.
It does.
Oh, very well then. Travel safe.
I gruffly nod and walk forwards.
Farron shuffles after leading guards. Interesting point. Are we in chains, like as a prisoner? I don't.
Yeah, I assume that you put chains together at least to get past the guards.
I was going to say, otherwise it looks very suspicious. Need to follow Drow protocol and all.
So, yeah. You guys are now set loose through the tunnels of the Underdark. And you know what? It's a very strange experience, as Seraph alluded to earlier. There's no sun down here, so it's hard to keep track of time.
Do we at some point make a full rest?
Yes, I suppose you will eventually, but also presents an interesting situation because you guys don't have much in the way of food, so you're going to have to forage.
Well, I've got 6 on my nature.
I have 2 scones. 6 apples. I can make a meal out of that. And yeah, that is it. 2 scones, 6 apples.
We never did finish my mother's scones, did we?
Don't they not gone bad yet?
Farron looks fondly off into the distance.
My mother's scones don't go bad.
No, we didn't finish them. We never will. Scones will forever live in our stomachs.
Yep. So after a few hours travel, you guys are eventually able to make it to a sort of cave upcroppings, and Seraph says this will probably be a good place to rest for a while.
I agree.
I guess Farron sighs with tiredness
Yeah,
and
quite right.
picks an especially comfy-looking spot amongst the stones and rubble and lies down.
Yeah.
I'm here. Do either of you want to try foraging among the mushrooms?
No, is it nature or survival?
It would be nature.
In that case, I will try and forage with my.
In that case, Farron quickly, looking at Jake Actor, about to begin foraging, realizes what's happening and quickly gets up to show off his supreme nature skills. Wild foraging. That is what Farron does best. Apart from killing stuff, obviously, and drinking. I shall forage because I have pretty high nature skill modifier.
Wake up.
Oh, I haven't rolled yet. Is it a? It's a 1d20, isn't it?
Yes, plus nature.
Yeah. This is classic for the last 2 episodes. It's 7 in total. 7 in total.
Do the right page.
So much for Farron's supreme foraging skills. Bless you.
Ooh. So, are you ready?
So, yeah, you pick a. You pick a. You find a mushroom that's about 4 feet tall, and it's got a broad gray-green cap to it, but you can't really tell what it is.
Best left.
Can I try foraging now? I'm watching Farron forage, and I'm like,
yeah, I'll say that actually. These particular ones, these tall mushrooms, are the common species in the cave, but Farron can't quite tell what it is.
In that case, I'm going to go try and forage.
Okay.
Jake Actor will not do better than Farron Monroe.
No, I also got 7.
Yeah, you have no
Which means
idea
actually
what mushroom is.
I actually got 8 technically, but still, it's bad. Yeah, I'm kind of looking at it. See, can I break off a piece, a tiny piece?
Sure.
Can I give it to Farron?
Go ahead.
You have a better constitution than me, dear friend. But I think you should try it.
But I don't have a constitution that is resistant to something that could be laced with deadly poison.
Oh, it's only a tiny bit. It'll be fine.
Would Jake give you something poisonous?
Exactly. Voice from the heavens.
Yes. Anyway. We haven't rested yet, so I could potentially
exactly.
heal. Okay.
Yes.
Farron, suspiciously, or with suspicion, takes the piece of toadstool that was picked and tenderly bites into it and chews it.
Yeah, so you bite into it and it just feels really tough and leathery. Yeah, you get did you give him from the cap or from the stalk?
I would have kind of gone underneath the cap.
Yeah. So it's very tough and leathery, but also like a wet texture to it. And as you're chewing on it, you get the feeling that this could be dried out and used as almost like a used almost like a type of leathery material.
Farron continues chewing, but does not swallow quite yet. Could I wonder. I don't know whether this would count as nature or, I don't know, something like perception. Could Farron potentially taste anything that could warn him of a toxic?
Make a survival check, I guess.
What check? Sorry.
I think that would be survival.
Okay. That is 19 in total.
Yeah, you're just going into this and like you get the feeling that at least this part of the mushroom, it's not dangerous, but it's probably all not food.
Right.
Like it's like you're just munching down on just a random plant or whatever, even though this is a fungi.
Farron swallows it and turns to Jake Actor and says, "Probably not got high nutritional content."
Fancy a scone.
Farron sighs and takes off his rucksack.
Yeah, we'll try
something.
something.
And hands a scone to Jake Actor.
I find something when we're refreshed. I bite into my mother's scone.
Yes, sorry, your mother's scone. Farron takes an apple out to try and brighten up the dull taste in his mouth of something very old and musty. Which was a toast.
I was going to say, it better not be my mother's scone.
No, and it's not this gala apple either. Hop. Are there any other toadstools, or is it just that single species? Have you just got a monoculture here?
You know, there's one other one that's sort of a pale orange-white type of lichen.
Probably not worth it. Farron advised that enough is enough. And,
although, did you see Bupito? He goes over and he seems to be looking at that one rather carefully, and he does harvest some of it.
What are you doing?
Oh man, just harvesting some of this fire lichen.
Fire lichen?
I think see quality to him. Too strong for a human's palate, but we dwarves.
Whatever. And Farron goes to lie back down in the position he found.
Okay. But so yeah, you guys are able to rest up for the night.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Farron begins to snore.
I will. I'll sing a little ditty. As they all fall asleep, and it goes like this. I'm dreaming of a white mid-frostmas, just like the ones the old text from the west wing of the library.
Mm-hmm.
Something a bit like that, kind of strong notes.
Farron snuggles up to the Father Mid-Frostmas uniform that he found seemingly many moons ago.
Yeah.
So what do we rest up now that we're here? Is it a matter of recovering everything?
Yes.
So, or including our HP?
Yes. You guys are able to get a full heal from this.
Oh, it feels good to have all my spells back.
Yes.
Feels good to have all my health back.
Yes, and so, the next few days carry on like this. If you guys just traveling forward for a while, every so often consulting the map based off of random landmarks.
And do we need to roll any times for foraging? I guess I roll every night.
Yeah, if you want to, you can go ahead and make, I guess, one forage check per day. If you're trying to check up on the local wildlife and fungi.
Why
First day, I got a 12.
You're not able to discern anything edible because I assume that you guys have dry rations, right?
We must do.
Like it would say on your inventory.
I got a nat 20 for the first day, plus 5 for nats, that's 25.
Yeah, I've got 5 rations.
Yeah, wait, you rolled a nat 20?
Yeah.
Okay, with that. Yeah, with that, the next day you're able to find what you at first think is a mass of rotting flesh, but then you very quickly realize that it's a type of fungus, and that it actually just needs to be cooked properly, and then it can provide for a plentiful food source.
Farron harvests it.
Yeah, I would say that in your experience as as a bounty hunter, you probably had to spend some time out in the wild. So yeah, you're able to recognize this as ripple bark.
Ripple bark.
Mm-hmm.
When I harvest it, how much do I get?
Roll me a d4.
A d4. There we go. It's a 1.
Okay, 1 plus 6 is 7, so you get 7 pounds of food from that.
Right. Was it called ripple bark?
And then, on the 4th day, you guys are traveling through a tunnel when you begin to hear a strange, almost like flopping noise, like... Yeah. And this seems to be a particularly big area.
Hey, Farron, do you hear that?
Aye. Sounds like a fish out of water, a very large fish at that.
Yeah, like a the whale out of sea, you know.
Aye.
Yeah. Like a whomping whale of weariness. Willowing.
Dying whale of weariness.
Time away while it dies, you know.
Farron still draws his Sword of the Frostman's Hunt.
I spy with my little eye something beginning with
In that case, go ahead and make an investigation check if you're going to be stopping to check out what happened.
I will check it out. That is 17 overall.
Well, with the 17, in your inventory, you can see the telltale sign of a giant slime. So there's definitely one in this area, at least one.
Farron, why do you have this all out? What's going on? I can hear, other than the whomping willow of weariness.
I can hear slopping sound of something.
Slopping?
Yes, it's slopping. It's like something that isn't quite an organ. It's like a mega organism made out of lots of little organs.
Oh, do you mean one of those slithering? What are they called?
Slimes.
Oh yeah, one of those. Do you mean it's a slime?
Hi, it's some sort of pseudopod organism, from what I remember from my academic days.
Yeah. Do we need to be worried? Shall I draw my sword?
We need to get the hell out of here because those things are very dangerous, and I don't really want to come up against one.
Drawing my sword too.
Well, here's the thing: you guys have been traveling in a pretty straight corridor for a while now, so you don't know where you'd have to backtrack to. Feels like your options are either to go way out of the way or to press forward and see what you find.
Farron, having considered the 2 directions we have to go, do you think perhaps if we just walk forwards at a steady pace, meaning we can hide ourselves, do a bit of the old sneakery Rooney when we get close to anything that might be dangerous?
I think it's probably better than going miles out of the direction we want to be just to circumvent this one slime.
Agreed.
From what I remember, they don't move particularly quickly either, so we probably have an advantage.
We do.
So who's leading the march?
Seeing as I found it, I guess me, the slime, that is.
Okay. And is Jake beside him?
Seems so.
I am beside you.
Okay. So eventually you guys are able to stumble. So eventually the tunnel opens up a little bit wider into a cave where you see around you some various ooze dripping from the ceiling and hanging to the floor. And in front of you are 3 large slimes.
I thought you said those were all.
I thought there was only one.
And past them seem to be 2 octopus-like creatures that are made of stone.
Goodness gracious.
Oh god, elementals as well.
Elementals. Oh, that's not good. I'm not particularly au fait with my monster knowledge like you, dear friends. But indeed, I can even tell from the name that an elemental is very bad news.
Incredibly hard to kill, and they can very easily kill you. Or me. Or anyone.
Do you know how to kill them? Do you remember from your academic days?
A sword is not really going to help. Neither is fire, neither is poison.
An Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast would do a heck ton of damage. It probably, you might even get an insta-kill. They're living creatures formed from, in this case, a rock.
I love it.
Well, so, yeah, if you can Eldritch Blast them, that'll probably shake them to the core and dissipate their the substrate that they compose themselves out of.
In that case, how dark is it?
Well, I'm going to need everyone to make an initiative check.
Have they seen us yet or no?
Not quite yet. I would say they probably haven't.
Slimes have eyes.
Well, what I was going to suggest is if I can see them with enough distance, we all step back and I spell snipe them with Eldritch Blast until they get close enough. And then we can whoop their asses. Does that sound like a plan?
Well, by the time you notice them, one of them seems to be pretty close to you.
It looks like it's going to be very much a case of just Eldritch Blast. In that case, I will roll initiative.
Roll for initiative.
20.
Not bad. I need to roll. 10. I'm assuming the green elliptical objects are things dripping from the ceiling.
Or on the ground.
Or on the ground.
Yeah, so the unnumbered circles, green things, those are on the ground.
Yeah.
They're probably safe to lick.
Probably.
Never take that advice.
What, you mean you don't want to lick some mysterious thing you find on the bottom of a cave where there's dangerous monsters?
I mean, from Farron's experience of licking ice cream off the tarmac when he was a child of about the age of 4, it's not worth it.
Yep. So looks like Jake's going to go first.
In that case, I'm going to kind of rub my hands together. And I'm going to kind of look towards number 3. And I'm going to blast it with 2 beams of Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
And I will roll for that. See what the hell happens.
Good luck.
I don't get any modifiers for Eldritch Blast hitting, do I?
So for the attack roll, you add charisma and proficiency.
Aha. Charisma and proficiency, which will be 8. I will put that into the calculator. I will apply it and roll 2 beams of Eldritch Blast. So my first roll is 19, and my second roll is 16.
19 and 16. Those both hit. Roll damage.
Wonderful. In that case, it's 1d10, no modifier. Well, actually, 1d10 modifier. 3 and a 4, total 7. Not the best roll I've ever done, but you know.
So yeah, you just blast this thing in the face for 7 damage, and you just see the beam just somewhat travel through its essence as you burn through it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and joining you for this fight is going to be Seraph and Bupito. Stool and Jim Jar, they're sort of hanging back, waiting to see what happens.
I can see why.
So yeah, Bupito rushes past you, and yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, so he has a sword that he got from the armory. So he looks like he's going to try to swing that at them.
He picked up a weapon. Good for him.
And he misses.
Oh. To be fair, it's not his own sword. He just found it. Hasn't had time to practice.
Yeah, he's just swinging around a long sword, and oh, nothing. Oh, whoops. Now these creatures are going to go. If I can.
Does Farron not get an attack?
Oh, not yet.
Not yet. Fair enough.
Wait, what was your initiative again? I might have skipped you.
10.
Okay, then yeah, not quite yet.
Cool. Everyone else got higher initiatives.
Okay, so do you guys want the good news or the bad news?
Bad news first.
Okay, the bad news is that the first of these jellies to go is the one standing next to you. The good news is that they're otherwise pretty slow.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so it's gonna reach out its hand and try to smack at Farron.
It has a hand?
Well, hand. Reaches down like some of its jelly-like essence. The actual attack's called pseudopod, so false foot.
Yeah. I thought slimes tried to absorb their opponent.
Yeah, it's trying to hug you.
Yeah, it's very
okay,
friendly.
Does 11 beat your armor class?
11? That does not beat my armor class, no.
Okay. In that case... one of these octopus-like creatures is going to try to scoot forward.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's just clambering forward, and one of its tentacles lands on a bit of slime on the ground. I have too many tabs open.
What I remember about slime pools, they're acidic, vaguely.
Yeah, but you see, like, it touched it for just a second, then moves that particular tentacle up. Now it's Farron's turn.
Right. I'm gonna try something here, and it may not work. Can I light a torch?
I presume you guys probably already have like some torches lit, unless you're saying that like Farron dropped his so that he could two-hand smiley face.
No.
Because remember, it's a longsword, so you could in theory have it in one hand.
Yeah, because I did actually unsheath it when I heard the slimes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I probably have to light another one. And
yeah, that'd be an action then.
Okay.
Yeah, remember when you guys were fighting the ice monsters, when you were trying to save Mid-Frostmas, you put your sword away and then lit a torch to fight against them.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and Baron sheaths his sword and lights this torch, and attempts to attack the nearest slime, number 3, with said torch. If I can, if I'm able.
I mean, here's the thing. So then, if Farron was towards the head of the party to begin with, he probably already had a torch lit, right?
Well, yes. So I'd have probably... So I've unsheathed my greatsword hearing the sound, then realised we have to walk forward, sheathed it again, and then lit a torch.
Well, would you have ever put away the first torch? Because you don't need 2 hands for the of the frostman tongue.
Oh, okay. In that case, yeah, I wouldn't have put it away. I didn't know it was one-handed capable.
Yeah, it's a longsword.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, you want to try using the torch as a weapon?
Yeah.
Okay, and I can make an attack roll.
Will, and it is 10.
10. Okay, this will do 1d4 fire damage plus your strength modifier.
Okay. That's 5 in total.
Nice. So 5 total damage. So yeah, you just stick your torch into this thing. The torch does go out, and the body of the slime seems to be beginning to eat away at it, but it did take fire damage.
Okay, and now I know that slimes are capable of putting out the torches with their.
But now it is But you do have a second attack.
I do. Sure, we'll go again. Damn it. Or no, actually, it'd be more epic if I stab the torch because the torch has gone out, and then thrust the sword in.
Okay.
Yeah, damn it. I'll go with the sword of the Frostman's Hunt instead.
Okay.
Thing is, the torch went out. We'll make things a bit more funky. 17.
Okay, a 17 hits, and I assume that
1d10.
So would you be handing it now? Or was it more like you stuck your torch into this thing, then you realized, oh man, that didn't work, and then just immediately went to like stab it with your sword?
Yeah, that one.
So then, yeah, that'd probably be one-handed. So this will be a D8 plus your strength modifier plus 1.
1d8. Where have you gone? There you are. That's 1 plus my strength modifier is 4 plus 1 is 5.
Mm-hmm. 5 total?
Yeah.
So yeah, you did 10 damage this turn to this thing. But
don't say the sword gets dissolved by acidic, gelatinous material.
This thing, it splits in half.
Oh
Ooh.
no, of course this is going to have the nature of multiplying. This appears to be some form of asexual reproduction of a particularly aggressive kind.
How terrible.
Terrible indeed.
So yeah, now there's 2 of them.
The flipping sword, that would be inconvenient at
now there are 2 of them.
I need to remember to relight my torch. Quite like the idea of doing fire damage and then stabbing them. Although we have proven that they're clearly not flammable, which is what I was hoping. And that's annoying.
Yeah, now Seraph's gonna step past Jake, brandishing his brandishing a crossbow.
Yeah.
And he's gonna use that to shoot at slime number 1.
I love that 3 has become 3 and 3.5. That's lovely.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I got a better idea. Probably be more if these NPCs are going to be a regular part of the campaign arc, then you guys should probably control them while in combat. So send you some stat blocks. Which one of you wants to play Seraph, and which one of you wants to play Bupito?
I'll play the latter.
I'll do Sareth then.
More interesting than me just saying this guy's gonna do a thing, and then you wait for a minute while I roll to determine what happens silently.
Yeah,
I mean, he's not going to be here sometime.
Yeah, but Bupito, he doesn't have his normal weapons. He currently just has the long sword that he got from the armory. Anyway, this is going to bring us to this other octopus. who seems to be very skillfully stepping around the mysterious slimes on the ground, or oozes rather. Okay, now this is gonna bring us back up top to Jake.
100%. All right. In that case, I'm going to turn towards number 2, and I'm going to burn it with 2 beams of eldritch fire.
You mean you don't want to hit it with the sword of the smiley face?
Are you saying hitting it with the sword of smiley face would be better?
It might be.
Fuck it, let's do the sword of the smiley face.
Dungeon Master, helpful hints.
In that case, that'll be what, +8, won't it? And 10.
That hits. Well done.
Does it? Oh, very, very good. I'm using 2 hands on this, doing some proper fencing longsword techniques, which means it's a 1d10 slashing. Is it plus any modifier in terms of damage?
Yes, it'll be plus charisma.
Plus charisma, just flat, not proficiency.
Right, for the damage, right?
Yeah. In that case, that'll be 5 and 5 is 10.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no, give me a second. Sorry, I realised I rolled a d20 and got 5. So I re-rolled a d10 and got 10. So you can take the original 10, or you can take the new 15 using a d10. It is up to you.
Let's ask him what he thinks.
I think take the 15.
Of course you would.
Why would I make this hard for my companion?
Jake just steps over the sword of the smiley face and just swings into this thing. So now there's 2 of them.
Good.
Yep, of course there is.
Like one.
It's a question of how many times they can asexually reduce. Of course, the Dungeon Master is not going to tell us that. We will find
Yeah, I don't think you know enough about their anatomy to answer that question.
No. Unless I make a wisdom check.
That would be more of a nature check.
Oh. To make a
So
nature
now it's his turn.
Well, yes. Right. That's not the draft.
That's that's the Darrow.
Yeah. Where is he in relation? Oh, okay, near Slime 3, 3.5. Let's have a look.
Yeah, so this guy, he's not particularly powerful, but he is rather brave.
Which is useful. He has advantage on saving throws against being charmed or frightened, advantage on saving throws against spells and other magic effects. It's while in sunlight, which isn't.
Yeah, and he currently has a longsword that he got from the.
I guess he tries. Yeah, I guess he goes for a slash with the longsword at good old number 3.
Okay.
This isn't going to be troublesome at all. That's 50. Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, 15.
15 hits, roll damage.
What is the damage with the? I'm assuming it's the.
It'll be a D10.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's not the right one. You are there. Yes, there you go. Oh god, I lost it. 6.
And I think that's a -1 for the damage.
Okay. In that case, that's 5.
Okay. But hey, do you know what the good news is?
No, please.
That's still enough to split this thing in half.
Hooray! Now we've got more, but they are weaker.
Okay, now for the fun part.
Oh God, it doesn't sound very fun.
It's Slime 3's turn.
Wonderful.
All of it.
Oh, all of them. Oh my God. Oh no, Slime 3, as opposed to 3.25.
Well, all of the Slime 3s.
Oh, okay.
So first and foremost, Slime 3.5 misses against Farron.
Woo!
Does,
what we like.
But number 3.5 manages to hit.
Well, how much damage? Oh well, does it defeat my armor class of 15?
It does. It just does.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, grabs onto you for 5 bludgeoning damage and 3 acid damage. And this one's also going to crawl over to attack you. But manages to miss. So yeah, you guys are being surrounded by slime.
Yeah, we are.
Not a situation that Farron is entirely unfamiliar with. We've still got to beat big old daddy number 1, which is currently whole.
So they all went. Yeah, and these octopi, they keep very carefully just sort of clambering over towards you.
Oh, I forgot about the elemental things as well.
Yeah, the rock. Yeah, these rock-like octopi. Slime 1 clambers forward. And it's going to try to attack Seraph. Got a 10 overall, which I believe is a miss.
Wait. Where's the arm? 13, it is a miss.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Number 2.5 clambers forward. It's going to try to attack Jake. Got 21 overall.
Yeah, that probably hits.
Yep. Yeah, grabs onto you for 5 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, 5. Lovely.
And 4 acid damage.
Delightful.
Yeah, so... Wait. And tell me, does... And does a 19 beat your armor class?
Yep.
Okay, because number 2 is also clambering forward to attack. Oof. This time you take 8 blood damage.
Yep.
And 4 acid. Yeah, these things are practically on top of you, trying to eat on you. Just
yeah.
Baron's turn.
Right. For my first attack, I'm going to attack 3.25. I will just use the sword this time.
Okay.
The Sword of the Frostman's Hunt. And that is 8.
And 8 is a hit. Roll damage.
Oh. 1d10. You are here. That is a 2 plus my strength plus 1.
Yep.
That's 6.
So yeah, you just cleft into this thing, and it just dissolves into I guess just liquid jelly.
Lovely.
So congratulations, you got rid of them.
And seeing as the number 2.5 is currently on top of Jake Actor, actually, you know what? I can light the torch still, right, and still get an attack.
So lighting a torch would be a full action. I was just saying that you had one from before at the beginning of combat.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, in that case, I guess I'm sorting it of the Frostman's Hunt.
Yeah. Which one?
2.5.
You can't reach that one. Jake's in the way.
Oh, right, okay. In that case, 3.5.
Okay.
And that was 14.
A 14 is a hit. Roll damage.
Shall indeed. And that is 10 overall.
So yeah, you just cleft into this thing, tearing apart most of it. But the parts that you tear off, they don't form into a new slime. They just fall away.
Beautiful. That is the result we wanted.
Now it's,
and with every slice of the sword, Farron is just making harsh bark sounds like da and da, as if he's cleaving through really hard butter, but really hard, massive blocks of butter, like a ton in weight.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, now it's Seraph's turn.
Seraph. Yeah. In that case, Seraph is going to take, I believe, does he have a short sword or a long sword?
I thought it was a long sword.
He has a short sword.
You thought as much. In that case, Seraph
He also has a crossbow.
is going to Seraph up number 2.
Okay.
Which is a 7 total to hit.
A 7, that hits, actually.
Oh, lovely. In that case, it's 1d6 plus 2. Which is
preheat the oven.
Absolutely fine.
Anyway, so what'd you say he was doing?
He is stabbing 6 damage, number 2. I believe is number 2. There we are, number 2.
So yeah, it's a similar story with what Farron was doing with number 3. He just clefts through this thing. It falls in half. For just a moment, you think that the second half is gonna solidify into a full slime, but it just liquefies.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the octopus seems to be taking a greater interest, and now it's rushing forward. Okay, Jake, your turn.
So it's 2 gone.
No, not completely.
Okay, got you. In that case, I'm going to, because I'm holding my sword, I'm going to spin it around into a reverse grip and use Eldritch Blast along one side of it, as well as casting Eldritch Blast with my hand, burning through 2 beams, 1 into 2 and 1 beam into 2.5. Which respectively is an 11 and a 13 to hit.
Those both hit.
So on 2, the damage rolls as 1d10 plus 5, which is 11.
11 against number 2. Yeah, with that, you blast it full of energy, and the thing explodes everywhere. Like, you get bits of ooze on your face.
Yeah. And 2.5 is a d10 plus 5, which is 5 and 5, which is 10 flat.
Is 3.5 not also completely destroyed?
Not yet.
Was it 3?
So,
I swear one of them completely collapsed.
One of them did. But yeah, you're able to blast off quite a bit of sliminess from 2.5, but it's still holding strong for now.
100%.
Okay, Rupito's turn.
It is sword time.
Yep.
Let me just get. Yeah. Right. That is 19.
Against which one?
Oh yeah, good call. Good point. Against 1, I think.
Okay.
Oh god, it's not a
How much damage?
a pleasant. Okay. Is this plus strength and all that as well?
Yeah, so this will be -1 for the damage.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. That's 6 then in total.
And he slices it into slime 1, slime 1.5.
Wonderful.
That was 6 damage, you said?
Yes.
Yeah, and he shouts, I don't know if I'm helping or not. I think I'm just spawning more of them.
If we can cut them up into more manageable pieces, then they'll be easier to deal with.
Yep. And number 3 tries to attack him, but actually misses.
Rip.
And 3.5 is going for Farron. Hey, I'm guessing 6. This is.
Yeah.
Yep, and this octopus just seems to be moving forward. Just sort of surviving for now.
The nerves of these octopi.
Octopeople.
These octo elementa.
Now, slime's 1.5 are gonna go.
Oh, great.
Yep, number 1 is able to get his pseudopod on Bupito.
No, Bupito.
For 7 bludgeoning and 1 acid, so 8 total damage.
I'm assuming I'm keeping track of the health of.
Yes.
Right. Okay. How much was that? Sorry.
He started out with 13, and then he just took 8 damage.
Oh, okay. That's lovely.
And 1.5 is going to attack Seraph. That definitely hits. He takes 11 bludgeoning damage as his thing smacks into him. And the residual slime burns into him for 4 acid. You're muted.
And he only has 13 hit points. Does that mean he's down?
Yeah, so as he falls down from all of the damage, he seems to curse out in Elvish. Yeah, so he's down, but, you know, you can still heal him.
Yeah.
Do your thing, Jake Actor.
My feet. Right. Is it back to my turn?
Not quite yet.
Not quite yet.
OJ 2.5 is going to go. I'm guessing an 18 beat Jake's armor class.
Yep.
In which case you take a total of 14 damage. Okay, now it's Farron's turn.
Right. What's the deal with the small number 3? Is that going to be 3.25 or is that another 3.5?
That's the original number 3.
Oh, okay. Right. In that case, Sword of the Frostman's Hunt.
Okay.
I'm gonna put this away before I. Oh god. Yeah, I think that's really. I mean, I prefer possibly using something else than just slicing them in two, but my torch did not do much. I do have some hunting traps I could use, but they're a bit too close, I feel. And I don't think that would work particularly well on the slime. Right, that's all it is. And that is 7 total.
That's 7?
Yeah.
Yep. That hits.
That hits, right.
These things have really low armor.
6 in total.
Yeah, with a 6 total, you know, you just clutch through this thing and it just collapses and it just falls apart, dissolves away.
Excellent. And now second attack on 3.5. Roll, yeah, 13.
That hits, and you know your minimum amount of damage would finish it off. So yeah, I just imagine that like it's just one clean cut through both of these, and they just fall apart.
Oh, I realised because you need to head off. I haven't quite managed to tell you what's happened to me in response to the 14 points of damage.
Right.
I'm down.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, I only got 31 HP. Got like 20 time.
Oh wow.
Fan Monroe, sweating, inspects his inventory. We could always try the note from Rick's mother again. That worked last time, I seem to remember.
Diminishing returns.
I didn't have any healing potions. I think the last
Well, in that case,
one...
Jake, you're gonna have to make a death saving throw.
Sure thing. There's D20 in it.
Yep.
Plus or minus anything. It's plus or minus constitution.
Just a straight D20.
Just a straight D20.
Man, that'd be weird.
6.
If this was
I failed.
What?
6.
Yep, that's one failure. Man, if this was the end of Jake Actor.
This is the end of Jake Actor. This is not the way out that I wanted him to.
Just this random encounter on a way to the to an Underdark city.
A slime, a slime of all things. I can't think of more humiliating end. Please don't.
You know, maybe that's poetic. Like just a humble, random Underdark monster is finally what finishes him.
Yes, slime that will forever live on in legend.
Bupito's turn.
Right, is going to attack. Well, 1 with the sword because that is all he has, and it's a 2, so that's really not looking good.
Yeah, 2 misses. You know, he's just so shaken up from seeing Jake fall down like that.
Just
because I imagine that Jake's the type that's been talking himself up so much while they've been traveling.
Yes, that to see a slime take down the great Jake Actor truly shakes the core.
Is this the last act of defiance by the great Tony Stark? I mean, Jake Actor. Jake Actor wrote this in a cave with a box of scrap stories. I'm not Jake Actor.
This can't be the end. This will not be the end.
Well, it might have just gone slightly worse.
Oh, fuck.
Because this octopus is now right next to Farron and looks like it wants to kill you.
Well, that's... I didn't exactly think it would be giving me a cup of tea.
Well, that's because you didn't ask. You marched into this guy's home and just started attacking his friends.
Right,
maybe they were just having a tea party.
Next time I encounter any monster, to be honest, I have to ask it for a cup of tea, especially one with lots of tentacles.
Okay. Does an 11 be your armor class?
No.
Didn't think so. Now Slime 1's going to try to attack Bubido. Gets a 9, which is a miss, if I understand properly.
Bubido only has 5 HP left, so that would have literally destroyed him.
Mm-hmm.
He's living on borrowed time.
Yeah, 1.5, it's just, it tries to reach over to...
No, it cannot.
So instead, it's going to try to go to Borpito. Oof.
This is the end of Bubido.
Takes 8 damage.
Yeah, he dead. He dead.
Oh, right. Wait, is it literally just Farron?
It may just be.
Yep.
It's Farron versus everything, right? Oh, I wonder. I really should have probably activated this earlier, but I think Rage is going to have to be. Well, is very relevant. All three.
I can imagine you're angry.
All 3 of his friends have just been down in front of him by really some of the worst monsters in the Underdark. The most hideous,
It might as well be.
primitive. Right, Rage it is.
Okay.
With a roar that shakes the very walls of the cave that he's currently in. Farron goes on the assault, assuming it's my turn, of course, and I think we've done everything.
Yeah, 2.5 can't quite reach you, so yeah, now it's your turn.
Right, Rage. I'm gonna go after. Let's see. Well, I guess number 2. I don't really. There's nothing I can do to heal. Literally, Jake is going to have to heal himself by saving throws. I'm trying to think, but there really is nothing. Nothing I have. Oh no! Would it count as an action to read the note from Jake's mother to him?
You don't have any reason to suspect that would heal him.
Oh, right, okay.
And Jim Jar shouts, "You might want to run for it."
I cannot leave my down friends. Running is a coward's move anyway. Farron Ray would far rather die by the side of his friends than run. It would be dishonourable. And honour means a lot to him. I'm going to attack number 2 in rage mode with Sword of the Frostman's Hunt.
Nice.
That is 16.
A 16 against this strange octopus creature is a hit.
1d10. Oh, that fell off. Really should get a larger desk. Let's try again. Oh, that's 5.
5 total?
5 damage, yeah.
Okay, yeah. You just smack into him, and you're able to get a good cut on him, but he seems still pretty solid.
Yeah, I figured that. Do I... kind of surrounded. I'm going to go for number 2 again. I may as well. That that is a 7. Should assume
A 7 is a miss.
Yeah.
Just bounces off.
Crap. One is making its move.
Okay, Jake, your turn. You get another death save.
Here we go. Come on. 17.
That's a success.
And everyone in the Collector's Adventure group breathes a sigh of relief.
Octopus number 2 is going to try to attack Farron.
Wonderful. Well, not really.
Yep, that is. Yep, you take 4 bludgeoning damage, and this thing grabs onto you, effectively grappling you.
Right.
So yeah, you'll have to try to escape on your turn.
Excellent. At least I now know what it does.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I'm not going to risk that.
And while you're being restrained, you see arms pull up behind Jake and begin to pull him back out of the area.
Oh, unless it could be stool. What are these arms? Are they tentacles?
They seem to be drow arms.
Oh, right, okay. Seeing as the others are down. That's a good point.
Okay. Just wins. Well, yeah, that's the good news, is that he's now out of harm's way. The bad news is that now that gives room for 2.5 to slip in.
I've just seen number 2, and it looks like he's waving his dick at you.
Yeah.
Pardon?
2 looks like it is being very inappropriate towards Farron.
That's to represent that you've been grappled by it.
Yes.
Do I have any trousers to hand this thing? The answer is no. I could dress it in the Father Frostmas uniform, but I don't think that would help anything.
Anyway.
Indeed.
Slime 2.5 reaches over and attacks you for... So while you're raging, you use this bludgeoning damage, right?
Yes.
Okay, so first it tries to smack at you for 10 bludgeoning damage, but you resist that down to 5.
Okay.
And then it's 1 acid damage.
Right.
They can't reach you. Okay, now it's Farron's turn. So you're grappled, so you'll have to spend one of your attacks to break the grapple if you want.
All right.
Or you can surrender and let yourself be absorbed.
I will get out of the grapple. How do I do that? I'm assuming roll something.
Yes, you'll have to make an... Yeah, you have to make an athletics check.
Right.
Which I think you have advantage on, because you're raged.
Possibly. See, and that is 12 overall.
That's with advantage?
That's with advantage.
Okay, well, if you want, you can use your other attack to break out.
Okay, so I'm assuming that failed. And I'm assuming I can't attack whilst I'm being grappled.
No, but since you have 2 attacks, you have 2 tries to break out.
Yeah. All right, I'll do it again.
And you have advantage each time.
Oh, God. That's 7 overall.
Yep. Can't make it out.
Rip. I'm going to get absolutely destroyed. What's more worrying is the demise of Bupido.
Okay. Yeah, these two are busy. Okay. Now, Jake, you need to make another death save.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. 13, yes.
Okay, so that's 2 successes.
I'm much more likely to be stabilized.
Mm-hmm. And Jake, you see, so the way you're restrained, you're facing this ooze creature, and while you're doing that, you suddenly see a crossbow bolt fly and hit into this thing, and it dissolves down. So some unseen combatant just killed it.
An assassin on our side.
And then stepping into the fray right behind Seraph is Stool.
I feel like Stool is pretty much omnipotent.
And he looks over at you and says, "Huh, and you thought it was disgusting when I took this body."
Baron is too busy to notice any of this in the heat of conflict.
Well, you're facing out from the octopus, so you see Stool step up.
All right.
And he's looking directly at you. They can't reach you. Okay, Farron. Now I think it's... No, wait. The octopus is going to try to attack you again.
Oh, wonderful.
But, yeah, like... It's able to maintain its hold on you, but it can't get any more damage against you.
At least that's something. They're just giving me a big stony hug and crushing my ribcage whilst it's doing so.
Now your turn.
Right. I guess I try and get out, because I can't really do much. No, I won't try that. Oh, for crying out loud.
What?
4.
Nope.
Again. I don't believe it's 7.
Yep, no, this thing, it's got a rock hard hold on you.
This really is. Come on, the inner bound hunter. Is rage still? I'm assuming rage is still active.
Oh, yeah, you're raging, so you have advantage on both of those.
So I'm raging whilst being held.
Yeah. Wait, did you count the advantage?
Yeah, I did count the advantage.
Both times?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just had the lowest. Pretty much. Suppose it could have been 2 double ones. That would have been.
Okay, Jake, your turn.
Here we go. This is it. Will I be stabilized or will I not be stabilized? Who knows? 3, 2, 1. I'm rolling, and the answer is 12. I'm stabilized.
Nice. So yeah, you're stable back there.
Whew, I'm not dead. Oh, I think it would have cried if Jake Actor died.
I would have cried.
I feel like he's either got to go down in a blaze of glory, or he's got to die of natural causes. You know,
Yeah.
He can't die in just a random skirmish.
Can't die in a skirmish being consumed by a pseudopod.
Yeah,
right. Exactly.
And Stool, he pulls Seraph out of the battlefield and then steps back in.
I'm pretty sure.
Leaves room for 1.5 to ooze forward.
Any listeners will agree, say that Stool is an underrated character.
Okay, do you want the bad news or the worst news?
The worst news.
This slime got a natural 20.
Oh. Shit.
So first you take 16 bludgeoning damage, which you can half to 8.
Is this me? I'm assuming so.
And then for acid damage, you take 5.
This is me.
Yep.
Right.
So it's a total of 13 damage this round.
Cool. You're getting close, but you can't beat me. Right.
Okay, Farron.
Right.
All comes down to this.
Let's get out of this thing. Right, here we go. I want everyone in the everyone listening praying for me here. I got 11.
11 total?
Yeah.
Are you adding all the right modifiers to this?
I am. It's just I'm getting really bad.
And you're counting that with advantage?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you get 2 of these.
That is 14.
Nope.
Oh my god. Still help me out here. Or dice, get better.
So yeah, we're stuck.
I am.
For now. But yeah, Jake, I guess now you can take over for Stool. He basically has the same stat block as the other drow.
100%. Right, here we go.
Because he's currently in a drow body.
And does he have the short sword? I guess so. In that case, 1.5. 1.5 is going down because Stool is grabbing firmly the short sword and using the drow's inner knowledge, because this drow was awfully good at short sword combat until it was absorbed into the new collective. He stabs in with the short sword, twists and rips out again. Hopefully, that's at least what he intends to do. With that, he rolls a d20 plus 4. Which is 15 plus 4, which definitely hits 1.5.
That hits. Roll damage.
Which rolls a 1d6 plus 2 damage, which is 3 plus 2, 5 total. Solid, good stabbings going on there.
That's a good hit. But...
oh, goodness gracious.
Fine.
Whoops.
Now this octopus is going to try to hurt Ellen. I'm guessing that a 18 beats your armor class.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof. You take 14 bludgeoning damage as this thing smashes you against itself.
Okay, I did.
Okay. Yeah.
And what's more worrying is that my dice has consistently proven it is crap, so this might be the end of Farron Monroe.
So yeah, you fall down, somewhat dead, and this thing just sort of lets you go for the slimes to eat.
Farron Monroe is not going to be buried within a slime's body.
Okay. Well, good luck with that.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Yeah, number 1.5 is going to try to attack Stool. That misses. I guess 1.75 would also go after him. Oof. Stool takes 17 damage.
Yeah, that will knock Stool down to down. If he's unless he's got another HP outside of the drows.
Not any significant amount. But this has certainly been interesting, and
yeah, it's been a while.
All right. So this is definitely where we're going to be calling a session. It's definitely where we're going to be calling a break for this particular segment. Do you guys want to keep going tonight, though? Or do you just want to leave it on a cliffhanger for a few weeks?
You know what? I do kind of fancy a cliffhanger. I do need an early night, and this will keep me engaged because goodness knows it's only Juggernaut, Bob, that one left.
Also, my dice might be better behaved next session.
Okay.
Closer tonight.
Well, until next time, I've been your host and Dungeon Master, Drew, and I'm being joined by
Tim Horton as Farron Monroe.
And Jed Davies as Jake Actor, because goodness knows I was really posh and then I went grizzly British. As long as I'm still British, it's still Jake Actor.
Until next time.
Till next time.